Hello, it's Lindsay from the Vintage Button. Oh, I've forgotten my drink. Hold on a minute. I'm going to get my drink. It's really warm today. Oh, and I wanted to do 2 videos because I did my Junk Journal July earlier on. And then I wanted to do this one just as a little extra. So my least popular video actually is, I've got my journal here, for the Buttons Day. Let me find it. And it's this one. I'm sorry about the light. I will watch it back before I post it to see if it's okay. So it's that one. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because the thumbnail was quite dull. It's not a very involved video except for this bit, which is from a stamp that I've actually created. Now you can see it in the reverse better. Yeah, and I've made a smaller one and a long one. And I did it by super gluing sentiment stamps, cutting them up. So these are all like Happy Christmas, Happy Retirement, Happy Birthday, that I never use because I don't make cards. So they just sort of sit in the stamp sets completely unused. And some of them have sat there probably for a decade. So I think that they should be used. So I've come up with this way of using them, and I've pre-done, because you don't want to see me chop bits out. I'll explain and show you some bits that I've chopped out. I've pre-done some stamps, and I've actually made one that says my name and glued it on today, so that we'll have a first go on that. We'll have a first go on all of these. Let me move these plastic bits. And what I do is I've got this plastic mat that's one of my Prima by Designs. Yeah, redesign. Yeah, I think it's Prima by Designs redesign. I've got some really big stamps that you can stamp on furniture with. I've got some IOD ones and some Prima ones. And you get one with every stamp set, so I don't need that many. And it's good thick plastic that we can reuse and make like a permanent stamp base. So here we are. Here's my name. See how it does. Moment of truth. Never stamped with it before. So you could use a block, you know, like temporarily. Just get yourself a load of letters, put some Pritt stick on the block and stick your letters on that way. Because they're so tiny, I think the block would have difficulty sort of holding on to it. That's alright for a first impression. I've probably pressed it down and moved it a few times. I need a softer base. But I am not unhappy about this at all. That's a nice way of signing things off. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I'll have to check the video. So, we have that. I'm making myself another vintage button one. We're not going to do that one today. But we'll stamp one of my vintage button ones just so you get an idea. You can do it in the round. And what I've done for the round is I just drew around a roll of tape. I drew around the outside and then I drew around the middle. And then for this one, I just sort of drew another haphazard line again around the middle to make a smaller version. And we're going to glue it down with super glue, because my Colol, I don't think it's strong enough because it's silicone. Look at that. It's so nice. Now, the little blue logo that we have on the channel is actually made from a stamp that I don't have anymore. It was a pouch that, how old? So Lily was 5, so more than 10 years ago. Last time we were in South Africa, we went to a scratch patch when we went to Cape Town, and we got a bucket full of like semi-precious stones. And I came back and I made pendants with them to sell at a craft market. I sold a couple, and I made little denim bags with this little logo on the front. Never thinking it would become my YouTube logo. There you go. But it did, and I like it, and I like the eclectic nature of it. So I like this, and I like the other one, but I've lost the actual stamp. It's like 3 moves away. We've moved house like literally 3 times since I made that. So now I'm searching for button perfection when it comes to these things. So I'm going to move them down there, bring them off the camera, then you're not distracted by them. Make sure yep. So here we are, we've got reduce, reuse and recycle. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to arrange them. I've got my little tweezers. I'm going to cut a piece of the plastic, and then I'm going to put the glue on the top of the letters and press the plastic down. Now the glue that I'm using, it's a Loctite one, and it gives you 60 seconds, so you've got a little bit of play. I found actually, I don't know if it's the silicone or what, it's more than 60 seconds. It takes quite a while to dry. But I would suggest give yourself some time to play with it. I suppose you could like use nail glue or something like that. That always dries a bit longer than. So arrange your stamps so that the impression side is down, so it's as you would read it. Okay, we've got our bit of plastic. And I just want a square of this plastic because I don't want too much glare. It's really simple. It's not a difficult one. And then you get, you get these things that are bespoke to you. They could become part of your brand. I didn't want to do that. These ones are grabbing. They can become part of your brand. They can, you can use them to make names of your children, all kinds of stuff. I do have my window open, so you might be able to hear people noise. But it was very hot today. It was in the hundreds for the Fahrenheit people. Like 30 degrees for the Celsius people. So it's 90s then, isn't it? Because what's the equation? Double it and add 30. So not quite hundreds. We don't have air conditioning, we have windows. That's just very British. Just add in a dab of the glue, because the glue will spread. If it's a long one, add a couple. So we were busy today. My office chair came because I've been doing some investing in my craft room. So Miles set that up, which was good. go, just add the glue and press it down, and then you just kind of want to leave it really. If you've not disturbed the letters in the way you were doing it, if you've disturbed the letters, turn it over, get in with some tweezers or like the end of some sharp scissors and just nudge things about. That's how you can. This was me experimenting. I was gluing pieces individually and then sticking them on before I realised I should have just done that and then stuck my stamp over. It's still moving around a bit. So I hope you can see. I'm going to lift it up a bit. I don't know with the light, you see. There we go. Hope you can see. If not, I will redo the video because it won't be very long. That's how you make stamps from the letters off sentiments. So what I would do, and you can see by this one, and it used to say sending birthday wishes. So when I found a letter that I would like, I cut from the impression side. So say I want this D. I'm using the nail scissors because I like the curve, and use the curve to snip round, and then you would snip. Snip it off. And there you've got your little D or a P. So that goes, you know, like you can play. You're not going to have every single letter in the alphabet, but you are going to have enough letters to make a lot of words. So the only letters I think that I'm really missing here are X. I can even make a Q. And Z. Or Z, depending on where you're from. Those are the only ones that are missing really. And you could do it with number, you know, like if you've got the numbers ones, you can do it. If you have the office, which I did find, and then I put it away somewhere, I think that underneath the basket, underneath my desk, you know, like the office red ones, the like rubber stamps, and you load them up onto like a plastic tray, and then you'd make your stamp, and then you would be able to reuse it again. Well, I don't think that's not something I'm ever really going to do, so I'm going to see if I can make this almost the same one as the one that I've lost by doing the same technique. So there we go. That's the impressions. That's the stamps. This one's not safe enough to stamp on yet. But what I will do is I'll wait for it to dry, and then I will do the impression and use that in the thumbnail. So I hope that you understood what I'm trying to get at, and that you will go and have a look through the things you already have and make things that you want. Because I think we have lots of things that we don't use, but we could change those things and make them into things we do want to use. And that's really all the things that I do really is doing that, taking what I have and making it into something that I want to use. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this little short, very vintage button video about making your own stamps from sentiments. Silicon sentiment stamps. Is that it? Say that 5 times and then spin round and say it 5 times again, fast. There we go. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed it. I am coming up with more and more ideas. In fact, I might do a talking video where I write down my ideas, and then you kind of know what my brain's like. that might be a good idea. I actually write down my ideas and talk to you about it. Let me know if you think that that'll be a good video, because I get ideas all the time and I might forget them. Yeah. Okay, I will talk to you soon. No more Junk Journal July. I'll do a flip through, probably towards the end of the week. But that'll be it for that until next year. But I'm going to carry on YouTubing. So please do all the little things that make my little YouTube channel grow. I'm so grateful and thankful for every single one of you and how it's just growing. I love it. I love being part of multiple YouTube channel communities. And so, yeah, it's just it's amazing. I don't know what else to say other than it's really amazing. Thank you very much. Okay. Bye-bye.